So, figured I'd make a video on this. This is a 94 Ford Ranger, single cab, short bed. I picked it up off Marketplace for cheap. They've been sitting since 2014. It's got a mass density, fuel injected 50302 and a T5 out of like an 88, 89 Fox body. It's mass density instead of mass air. Pretty much all stock Fox body stuff. Besides, it's got an oil cooler relocation kit running up to the front. Pretty cool. It's running a very, very early first generation Mega Squirt system in it. I think this was built around 05, 07-ish. But pretty cool little truck. It's fun. Got a set of Marketplace's finest Cobra wheels right there. It's a beater. It's cool. It's rusty. Frame's in decent shape. Cab's great. Bed's got some speed holes. Not that you can see. I got shit lighting in here. Yeah, that's about it. You know, Cobra for racing right there. Give you a good walk around on it. It's got an absolute hideous front end on it. But it's like a daily shop truck, so who cares? That's a Jegs Racing Plethora intake from what I could find. It's, you know, same vintage, 05, 07-ish. They didn't make them for very long. Yeah, it's just a cool, cheap beater. I got zero room in this garage to walk around the goddamn thing, but it'd be fun. I figured to make a video. I'm going to do I got an exhaust pipe kit coming. And I believe the throw bearing went out in it because it sounds like it's got rot knocked till you push the clutch in. Either that or I blew it up, I don't know. But it's fun. I got it up on the lift for now, and like I said, I got shit everywhere. But it'll be fun putting the next pipe in, and I think they're 18-inch glass pack cherry bombs. So it's kind of got an old school sound to it. But at the moment, it's running a dual exhaust out the back over the axle. I did a 5-inch drop with the axle flip kit off eBay. And every time I hit a bump, you know, the axle's coming up and absolutely smashing the shit out of the old exhaust. So that sounds great. But it'll be cool. But yeah, it's about it. Around to the interior. 2-seater, no console. 5-speed, obviously. Half the gauges work. That's why you got those nice, you know, auto meters up there from like 01. RPM gauge up on the dash. Speedometer, believe it or not, works. I was daily driving this thing up until the clutch went out. Not the clutch, the throw bearing. So that's cool. But thought it'd be a cool little video to make something on it, you know. I know I've had a 99 Ranger with a 306 and a 5-speed in it, but this is a hell of a lot more fun to drive because it's almost all stock. And spin it to almost $6,000, it's fun, but yeah, figured it'd be cool. So now that I got the back of it, here, the whole truck up in the air, coming through the back. I relatively half-assed went through the whole needle scaling process on the back of the frame when I had the bed off. Truck got a new fuel pump when I bought it. Obviously, it was dead. Didn't run. So it's running some really old, I think these are Dynamax or something, twin mufflers. This exhaust system's hideous. It's obviously got to go. I did this beautiful job right here of somebody actually put cats on this at one point. They were hollow, but it was, you know, visual. And they were rotted off here, you know. It sounded like an old farm truck, so I just straight piped it quick on the ground. It's running Headman headers up front. Come down to this, you know. Again, it was all rotted out. I patched it just to get it on the road for a little while. T5 tranny leaks absolutely everywhere, so I'm pulling the transmission anyways. We're gonna do a you know, output shaft seal there. I'm going to see if I can run a regular yoke out of, you know, like a fox body here. because this damper's all blown out, you know, from sitting that long. At some point, I'm going to go through the rest of the frame and just clean it up. It's not bad. It's not rotted. It's just surface rust. Again, the floors are all good. It's just scaly from sitting on a driveway. Come up front, just like a stock foxbody sump oil pan. Yeah, it's ugly, but it's cool. Got quite an oil leak from the relocation lines. I'm going to redo them while we're up here. Yeah, it'll be fun. Again, my beautiful, beautiful half-ass welding job right there, because it was just going to get redone anyway. It's got a 7.5-inch rear end, somehow still holding on for dear life. When that blows up, I'll probably make a video on putting an 8.8 in here out of like an Explorer. Yeah, it's ugly, it's cool, it's fun. But, yeah, that's where we're at now. I'm going to start undoing drive shaft bolts. We're going to see if we can get a regular yoke up in here. And, yeah, see if we can drop the tranny. So, after a big fight, I got the drive shaft bolts out. A bunch of old Loctite on them. Yeah, these are big 12-point, probably, I don't know, 3/8 thread. Don't want to lose them. I'm sure they're, you know, way more money than I would want to spend on them. Move your big light so that everybody can see, and put a bucket there so it absolutely misses it. And pukes gallons of fluid everywhere. Oh, I'm good. Right in the bucket. Too bad, so I think I know what I'm doing. So, I'm gonna let that drain for probably the next 14 days. Needs a fluid change anyways, it's old. Anybody that don't know, these old T5s, a lot of them ran automatic transmission fluid actually, which is cool, except, you know, it gets dirty quick, but yeah, I'll let you know when that stops. I cut the old exhaust out, obviously as you can see here. Oh, you can't see it all actually, but it wasn't good. I mean, my half-ass job, just getting it done. Everything's all crusty and banged up from hitting the axle, so got here now. Got to pop, you know, 2 outside crossmember bolts out using the Ranger crossmember to take clutch adjustment out, which is real beautiful, as you can see with the extra spacers there. And then if you never pulled a T5, this one's a little different because you got 2 5/16 nuts holding on that. I believe that is a reverse light sensor. So when you put it in reverse, the reverse lights come on. And pull this speedometer cable out. I found a yoke, so I could slip that in, so I don't lose all my transmission fluid when I put this on the transmission jack. We're gonna pop these 2 bolts out. And then on the T5, it's just 4 to pull the actual transmission off. So you can pop those 4 out and just slide the spline out of the clutch. That's way easier to do than trying to pull the bell housing. And then, yeah, we'll get to the bell housing after. So, obviously, you got the 4 on the corners. These can be, you know, pretty bad sometimes because you got a steel bolt, aluminum transmission, and aluminum bell housing. They can, I'll try to get a bolt out here to show you. This one will probably be clean because of the amount of oil on it, but sometimes you'll take these out and they'll all be full of aluminum powder, which happens, especially up in the New England area like me. All the years of moisture and salt and whatever the hell they put on the roads now. But you got one right there, which is loose, just doesn't look it. One on that bottom corner, same on this side. That one, even in a regular fox body, is gonna suck. This one was half stripped out when I got it, so it's gonna be an ugly one, but yeah, I'll pull these bolts out. This cross member is kind of shitty, and these new bolts, yeah, those are gonna suck, but I got them moving. I got the nuts off them for now. I'm gonna get the tranny jack under here in a little bit. I already got these loose. Yeah, pretty basic, but I'll set the camera up in a minute. Well, just like that, trains is out. Would have filmed it, but that was an absolute pain to do by myself. Throat bearing, that you guys can really see, is absolutely cooked. There's half a mouse house kicking around in here. Yeah, I'm sure you can hear that. That's supposed to be quiet. Yep, I'm gonna probably grab the machine, get this off my transmission jack here, and clean up all the tools I just made a mess with, and yeah. I'll probably start filming again there. So this is just your basic run-of-the-mill T5. It's absolutely nothing special. You want to check for wear on these. This one has some slight gouging. It's nothing crazy. I'll probably hit it with a quick scuff. It's a memory cloth, but it's gonna get absolutely soaked in degrease here because that's supposed to be aluminum. But yeah, nothing crazy. They don't weigh much, but if you don't have to pick them up, why would you? They're still heavy. But gonna get a good pressure wash and it'll be all good to go. So this is just after a quick soak with the greaser, doing the cross member too. But I figured I'd get a video of pressure washing it all down. It's just disgusting. Not that you guys can see now. Yeah, there you go. I'll finish doing that off. I'll do it a couple times, but as you can see, it's already a million times better. So, same with the cross member. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect. It's a shitty old truck, but it'll be fun. So, coming along, taking off the bell housing. You gotta take the starter off. There's gonna be 2 1/2-inch bolts coming into the bell housing. Then you got a 10 mil bolt for the starter wire, because this has the solenoid up on the fire oil. Everything on this truck just a little crusty, so it's a little bit of a fight. It's not horrible. Take that on down. See somebody's custom wire job there. That's a new one for me, but I guess it worked for him. I like to always throw all my bolts back up where I take them out of them if I can. So that way I'm not, I mean, I'll still end up running around for bolts, but I guess it's a thought, right? I'm just using a little 1/4-inch drive on these. They're not really all that tight. That's it. These Ford starter bolts are always a little bit weird. They got like a top hat and then a lock washer, but nothing crazy. And one right here. Not that you guys can see, but this is the first starter bolt I took out. You got one. One here. Oh, there's a lot of good spots. I don't have very good camera setup there, obviously. Not that anybody watches this shit anyway, so I'm just talking to myself. Of course, once you get these pretty loose, you're gonna hold up on the starter a little bit. Probably gonna hit everything under the sun and not come out. Maybe? Probably not. I'll tell you what. We're gonna let that dangle because I'm not pulling the headers to take starter up today. So, throw those up out of my way. I believe. Forget. I thought those were 11/16, but I don't remember now. Try 17. We'll find out. Rolling like always. How about that? 16mm that I've used probably twice because who the hell makes 16mm? I'll just buzz these off a little, 3/8 impact in theory. So these bell housing bolts are kind of long. Again, probably 3/8 drive like every other thing. Nothing crazy. Definitely gonna be, these top ones in fox bodies are normally quite a pain. You gotta get a weird wobble socket on there and all that, but we probably will too, but we might get away with not. I should say we hopefully don't have to use, I don't like using them. They're always a grenade. Oh, and I'm gonna have to, damn it. See if I can get a ratchet up in there, like a deep socket, that'd be better. We got 16. It's gonna be a big no. It's not enough swing, I don't think. Oh no, we got it. I'm probably staying right away, but oh well. Nice thing about these is that once you know when to crack them loose, you can take them right out by hand. You don't have to go too crazy on them. And the top two are always going to be a little shorter than the sides. So plan accordingly, I guess. That one's totally not happening. Actually, maybe. No. Nope. Close. Not enough swing. Let's see. Maybe I can get a smaller end. Sneak it through. Or maybe. No. That'd be a no. Alright. Go get a wobble socket here. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got that top bolt out. Nice wobble socket. Hopefully I can show you guys all the shit that's about to fall out of this bell housing. It doesn't not look too pretty. Again, two corners right here, a little longer bolts. And then this should come out. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, pop the clutch cable out. Get a screwdriver and show you guys. So the clutch cable comes through the bell housing right here. And it's hard to see. This is just like a little E-clip that pops in. You just pop it out with a screwdriver. No big deal. So that's the clip I was talking about. Just kind of pops in like that. Pull them out with a little screwdriver, no big deal. You gotta feed your clutch cable out. And of course I'm a dumbass, I put all the nuts back on this that aren't gonna fit. Hopefully we get these off real quick. Probably not. Let me get those off. I'll start filming again. So I got the bell housing off. Completely forgot to mention there's two 1/2-inch bolts right here that just hold this little, I forget what it's called, spacer plate. So that bell housing right here. Just unbolt them, comes right off. This, let me grab, I don't want to touch it, but that's what was living in my clutch area. So a lot of these, you know, older cars and shit you find in fields and driveways, you'll find a lot of that mice activity. But this is the clutch. What's left of it, I guess. I'm gonna replace it. I got one coming from the wallet draining store known as O'Reilly tomorrow. It was like 140 bucks. So pretty cheap for a clutch, nothing crazy. And then UPS showed up and yeah. I mean, I opened the box, but it wasn't much better. That's the X pipe I'm gonna run. Just a cheapo depot off Summit Racing things, a Cherry Bomb brand. And I kind of want to run this as an old Trans Am style exhaust where the X-pipe glass packs 45s in front of the rear tires. So that'll be fun. Try to make my own custom. And I'm not a welder, as you guys know, so it'll be fun. Probably tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon I'll pop this clutch off and see how bad that flywheel is. I don't think it'll be bad. It didn't shatter, it didn't squeal, but you never know. So I'll get back to you guys then. So taking the pressure plate off, it's just 6 13 mil bolts around the pressure plate. I almost beat the shit out of myself trying to get these off. Normally you don't take these off with an impact, but obviously I'm not reusing this clutch because it's smoked. You're also supposed to do it gradually, but again, this thing's smoked. It's going in the trash. Put one on there so I don't drop it on my foot. These are a little heavy for what they are. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. Should be it. In theory. Should come on. Looks like this one, which I could have. I don't think I did. They're on dowels. There you go. So that clutch actually had a little life in it, but I'm already here. Why not? I'll show it to you guys in a second here. There we go. So that's the old clutch. Not horrible, not great. Got some grooves and you see where it got pretty hot from riding it, but still had some life. But just a stock clutch. We're gonna replace it. So yeah, that's it. Flywheel side, not great. You see it was machined at one point or another, but no wicked bad. You know, you want to be looking for this stuff, but again, this is a beater. Clutch ain't gonna last forever anyway, so. Cool, I got a new throw bearing, or not throw bearing, Jesus, pilot bearing coming. Show you guys how to pull that. And yeah, we'll get the new clutch lock on. So, new clutch is on. It's pretty self-explanatory. You got a clutch alignment tool. You got the 6 bolts around these, get torqued down to about 25 foot-pounds in that area. Yep, pretty much just reverse from here. I'm going to start throwing the bell housing back on, get the trains back in and the cross member. Just reverse what I did. And we'll start building the exhaust. I got a new starter too, but yeah, nothing crazy. So, get back to that. So, this is what I've cobbled together for the exhaust. It's not pretty, obviously, because there's zero good way to run exhaust in that truck, but just, I cut off the old header collectors because I can't find them local. Both sides, 90s, straight to an X-pipe. Same on that side, except I had to do a bunch of weird stuff around the cross member. Yep, I'm gonna weld this all up. I'm gonna try to TIG it. If it don't work, it's gonna go MIG, but we'll see what happens, and then bring you guys back when I'm figuring out the back. It's not gonna be pretty, but it'll work. So, this is how I ended up running the exhaust. Not a huge fan of it, but there's only so much I can do. Exhaust tailpipe's gonna be a little off. I gotta fuck with them later, but just X-pipes, glass packs, going right up to the headers. Yeah, nothing crazy, but drive shaft's back in, train's all hooked up, clutch is adjusted. Just reverse what I did. This exhaust fought me for like 2 days, so yeah. Not my best work, but welded most fit, did 2 clamps so I can pull it off at some point if I have to. I probably smoked the clutch again, but that's about it. I'll better roll it out and give it a first start, so we'll see how that goes.